My name is Vincent Van Gogh. I am a famous painter but did not gain my fame until after I died. Today my paintings sell for millions of dollars. However, I only sold one painting while I was alive. It was called The Red Vineyard. I was born March 30th, 1853 in Zundert, Netherlands. My father was a minister and my mother was a painter. My parents loved nature. I had 3 sisters and 2 brothers, one of which I am mostly close to, whose name is Theo, short for Theodorus. I was not very popular as a child. Many people thought that I was ugly and strange. Before I devoted myself to becoming an artist, I worked as a minister like my father and as a teacher in London. I also worked in a bookstore, an art gallery, and as a missionary. At the age of 27, I decided to focus mostly on art. I mostly used pencils or charcoal sticks. My paintings were mostly sad and of poor, hard-working people. My brother Theo worked in an art gallery where he tried to help sell my paintings, but for some weird reason, no one wanted them. I guess my work was just too sad for them. But Theo never gave up on me and continued to send me letters and encourage me. Theo also wrote me letters telling me about a new form of art called Impressionism. I moved to Paris in 1886 and became friends with other Impressionists like Claude Monet, Edgar Degas, and Paul Gauguin. I then began to use brighter colors and liked to paint the streets and cafes of Paris as well as the countryside. I also learned how to paint portraits of people. If I didn't have anyone to paint, I would paint myself using a mirror. In 1888, I moved to Arles, France. I wanted my paintings to have thick brushstrokes, so I put the paint on the canvas straight from the tube. It sometimes took weeks for my paintings to finally dry. I sometimes even created a full masterpiece in a day. My friendship with Paul Gauguin was very confusing. We lived together in Arles and in a little yellow house. We spent a lot of time together, maybe even too much time together, and as a result, we argued. A lot. We also spent too much time drinking at the bar. After the last fight we had, I was so upset that I cut the lower part of my left ear off. I wrapped it in newspaper and gave it to Rachel, a girl that I liked, as a gift. I'm guessing my gift freaked her out because she called the cops and they came to check on me at my house. After that, Gogh decided to leave. In 1889, I committed myself to a mental hospital called St. Paul Asylum. I had been so obsessed with painting that I would forget to eat and was in poor health. I continued to paint, though, while I was in the hospital. My paintings featured cypress trees and swirling colors. I painted my most famous painting while I was there. It was called Starry Night. I was there for a year. After I left the hospital, I never got better. In fact, I got worse. On July 28, 1890, I shot myself in the stomach with a pistol. I was aiming for my heart, but missed. They could have performed surgery, but didn't bother because it was my wish to die. I died the next day. I was 37 years old. 6 months later, my brother Theo died and was buried right next to me. And this was my ear. This is the Red Vineyard, the only painting that I sold when I was alive. This is one of my early works, one that I created whenever I started painting. It was titled Man with Head in His Hands. This is a self-portrait that I painted while I was in the hospital because it has swirling colors. This was a painting that I painted of my bedroom in Arles, the house that I lived in with Paul Gauguin. And this is Starry Night. Bye.